Support for Radio Friends comes from Columbia Healthy Smiles, the dental office of husband and wife team Dr. Batson and Dr. Abe, offering comprehensive and customized care to patients of all ages. Learn more by calling 573-721-9039 or online at www.columbiahealthysmiles.com. Welcome to Radio Friends on this Wednesday, September the 16th. Good to have you with us today. And I'm all by myself in the studio. Our next guest is coming to us via Skype. All right. Skype. There she is. Barbara Buffaloe. Good morning, Barbara Buffaloe.
I'm sorry not to see you too, Paul.
Well, there you are in your office. At least we're seeing your office in the background there. So how's everything going?
Oh, you know. Global pandemic, whatever.
Yeah, but Barb, the main topic today, I guess, that we want to deal with is the recycling. Now, the city is not doing curbside recycling right now.
So we're trying to figure out how to do curbside. But what I want to do today is talk about how to use the drop-off containers really well.
Okay. I use the drop-off containers up in Harrisburg. You know, I get 3 or 4 bags of recycled stored in my garage, and then I put it in the back of the pickup truck and take the mice along with it and go to the drop-off recycling in Harrisburg. And it's easy. It's nice because they got you got one part of the container is for the aluminum and metal, and the other part's for paper and cardboard. I mean, it's as simple as can be.
And one of the things that we talk about, too, when using the drop-off containers is that, you know, at home at the curb, you have to put it in a bag.
Right.
Well, one of the benefits of using the drop-off container is that you can open your bag and empty it into the recycling container.
And reuse
and
the
that
bag.
Way, exactly. And also, like, that way you can use a bin at home and then just dump the bin into the recycling drop-offs.
Oh, okay.
All the material falls out.
Are you finding that as many people that were recycling before are recycling now, or has it fallen off?
We have been looking at the numbers, and it looks to be about the same amount of material is coming. But that's also because this is early on, right? So people could have just been storing up for a while. So we are going to continue to monitor it.
Mm-hmm. Do you see curbside recycling at one point in the future coming back?
Okay, well, but I don't know. But I'm an irrational optimist, so I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, okay. But let's talk about the importance of recycling. And we've been over this many, many times. You don't want to put this stuff in the landfill because the landfill fills up, and some of this stuff would be bad for the landfill, like batteries. Well, of course, you don't take the batteries at the recycling. That's a household hazardous waste. But you don't want to put that kind of material in the landfills.
Yeah, the way that I think about it is that it is a valuable material. It's a resource, right? Mm-hmm. And so you can only get the value out of that resource if you recycle it, or if you reuse it, or just remake it into something new. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that we always talk to people about are, first, recycling is great, but really I want you to think about reducing your consumption too, so that I also don't have to collect it and separate it and then find a buyer for it.
Right. It's much better just to reuse it yourself. But I always find it kind of nice, like if I buy a greeting card and I turn it over and I see that this is made from recycled paper. That makes me feel good. It feels like maybe I've done just a little bit to help out there.
Yeah. So one of the things that I really want people to think about is that when you're going to do your recycling is, like, let's say you're doing the drop-off locations. We have a few special containers that I want people to know about.
Okay.
So at the Home Depot location, at the State Farm Parkway location, and hopefully soon some others as we look into it, are purple recycling drop-off containers.
Why are they purple?
And they are for just glass.
Just for what?
Glass.
Glass.
Because, yeah, so different materials are recycled in different ways, and some of them are harder to recycle than others. And glass is one of those. So if I can get people to put glass in the only glass container, that helps keep it out of breaking and being mixed in with like the plastics or the metals, which then makes it harder to recycle metal and plastic.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. But where I recycle in Harrisburg, we don't have just a glass container. So I should still be putting the glass in with the metal.
Right. So you can still put it in with the containers one, but it's a lot harder for us to capture that glass at our material recovery facility.
Okay.
That's in part because we're limited on space and how much we can sort. It's also because it's more likely to break and mix in with other materials.
Right.
When it's in with the mixed use. And we are looking to try to expand more locations for having just glass only containers.
So you're going to have that out in the county too at one point?
I don't know, because the county is a little bit different, because the county partners with us through the Mid-Missouri Solid Waste Management District, I believe.
Okay.
And so it depends on kind of them putting out different recycling.
Here's a question I have for you. When you're recycling, I think I asked you this once before, but I don't remember your answer. You know, you got cans and you had vegetables in it, or you got a ketchup bottle, or you got a barbecue bottle. Is it necessary to rinse all the residue out of those containers before you recycle it, or does it make any difference? Because if you rinse it out, you're using water to rinse it out.
So what I usually recommend people is to try to scoop it out as much as you can. What food residue does is that it actually just kind of more encourages like bugs or rodents or different things at our recycling locations.
Yeah.
It's not normally what's going to be what we label contamination in the recycling world.
So it's okay it's okay if all the residue is not out of it. It's not contaminated.
Correct.
Okay.
So like when we talk about contamination, what we're usually talking about is somebody throwing something that's not actually able to be recycled in with their recycling.
Okay.
So let's say we bundle up all of our aluminum to sell to a person who is going to remake aluminum cans from all that aluminum. If there's a bunch of different type of metal in there or different types of plastic
then it's
or things that we just don't take, then that's what we call contamination.
Okay.
And they don't give us as much money for it.
Okay. All right, Barb, we're out of time here, but it's been a pleasure talking with you. I hope next time we'll see you in person. And
I hope so too, Paul.
Through Skype, I can see that little purple stripe in your hair. So
I did it for you.
Thank you. If people want more information, where can they go, Barb?
I would recommend going to como.gov and research for recycling. And we also have an app, Como Recycles and Trash.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you here. Stay healthy. And when you're out and about, of course, I don't need to tell you because I know you wear a mask. But whenever we're out and about, it's important to wear that mask. She's got it there, a cute one, too. We're out of time for today. Something you'd like to hear or see, drop me an email. That's pepperp@missouri.edu. I'd love to hear from you. Have yourself a nice day. Bye-bye.